Hello, guys. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. God spoke to me a couple of days ago to start a series of short testimonies. The God's provisions throughout my 34 years on this earth. Because I believe sometimes we need an encouragement in every single sector in our life, whether it's like relationships, finances, health, work, um, all the provisions and like big and small miracles we're hoping for. And, what's not the best place to come to YouTube, right? And search for the testimony videos. And I believe I have fair amount of experiences in my life where I am going through some major stuff, little things, but eventually I always got to come true, and I just got a reminder for myself that God is good. God is really good at all times. And always something happening in this life. So we just have to take one day by the time. So let's begin. So today I would like to share my first small testimony. Let's go back to 2012 June. I was living with my sister at that time. I was in Ireland. I lived there for like 15 years. But I just arrived and we lived with my sister for 1 year. I helped her with her work, with her kids. Then I got a part-time job in the city. And my sister saying, well, I'm moving to another place. Do you want to come together, or you would like to move somewhere else? And I just wanted to experience living separate from the family. I thought I'm gonna find like a flatmate, other roommate situation. So I said, no, I'm gonna look for another place. I think it's good for the independent reasons and just um, spread my wings and fly on my own. So, and I began the journey of looking, on the sides for, place to share for other flatmates. And in Dublin it was always a situation where it was hard to find, to rent with someone. Renting market is not great. Now it's even worse. But even back then, it wasn't great. And I remember I had like, I think a week. I had a week to find a place to live. And, just my sister kept asking, well, are you moving on your own? I was like, yeah, I'm going to find some flatmates. Don't worry about it, right? And then I was just so desperate. And then it came like down to a couple days left to move out day. And I was like, okay, well, let's go to this place. One of the girls sent an email. This room is available. Would you like to come and have a look? So I come to this house. I start knocking on the door. Nobody's answering. I did a couple of times. And I was like, you know what? Forget about it. So I literally turned around. Across the street. It was like in a short, like very narrow road. Across the street, I started walking. And I heard the girl opening the door, and she was with her towel on her, you know on her head. She's like, oh, I was in the shower, did not hear you, come over. So eventually we start talking. She showed the place, and I got a room. And I lived there for like nearly 6 years, and it was a great experience. And this is just like a testimony to show that whatever you believe for, God is gonna come true. And if you've been rejected from some places, you've been rejected from some circumstances, you just have to know that God knows the best. Like in my moving out situation, I had 2 days left. I have 2 days left to find a place, and there was literally no prospect, so nothing. I remember I went to look for the place prior to where I was living, and I just even couldn't find the road. It was just like it was a strange experience. And I believe God wanted me to live in this place for 6 years, throughout that period, I had great flatmates. I learned a great deal of lessons, found best people of my life. And it just showed God knew the best, that I was meant to live in this place. I was meant to experience my friendship with certain people, certain experiences, And, you know, God came through the last second. So this is my just way to show you guys that whatever you believe for, just keep hoping, keep praying, keep pushing, Even myself, I believe for something. It's hard, but hey, it's just life. I was thinking the other day, like if God made me, saved throughout these 34 years, what can stop him now? Why would he stop now? Why would he forget about me? So this is the first testimony about the renting situation, and I hope this encourages you, and keep praying, and God bless you all.